Assalamu alaikum. And as you can see, we have a very beautiful rainbow lake behind us. It is said that when it rains, there are two rainbows that form upon this lake, and that is why it is called the Rainbow Lake. But anyways, I'm not over here to talk about the lake, even though it's beautiful. But I'm over here to tell you and show you a bit of the water. And what happens is that as the water flows, anything that breaks its current, it gets washed away, it gets destroyed, and it just doesn't have a pleasant time. But the water itself, it just maintains a flow, going with the wind, going with the crevices that it has created all around the mountains. This water is flowing from the strait of the mountains, and it has made a path for itself. And so the thing that I want to put your attention to over here is regarding predestination. It's regarding the flow of nature itself. If you fight against it, you will destroy yourself. And there's this beautiful story from Sulaiman alayhi salam, peace be upon him. I don't know if it's authentic or not, but it fits over here perfectly. So there was a man who came to Sulaiman. He was in his court, and what happened was that the angel of death just happened to come and meet Sulaiman alayhi salam. And what happened was that the angel of death was staring at this person profusely, and he obviously got a bit baffled that why is this person staring at me. And after he left, so he went to Sulaiman and he said, who was this person that was staring at me? He said, this is the angel of death. So he obviously started shaking, and he thought that the reason that the angel of death was staring at him was to take his soul. And so he called upon Sulaiman to call his power that Allah had given him over the winds, and to just transport him some place very far away. So Sulaiman said to him, if your death is written, it will come where it is written. But that person obviously was scared. So he said it again and again. And so Sulaiman said, okay, fine. He cast the power that he had, that Allah had given him. Obviously Sulaiman himself had no power, it was Allah's power. And he cast it on the wind, and he made that person go from the wind, with the wind, to India. And the moment that person landed in India, in front of him was the angel of death, which took his soul. And so after some time, the angel of death went back to Sulaiman, and Sulaiman asked him, he said, why was you staring at that person? He got a bit scared, and he asked me to do this thing, and he asked me to transport him to India. And so the angel of death said to him, he said that Allah had written the death of this person in India. And when I came to your court, and when I saw him, I thought, how is this person going to reach India in a few minutes? How is it even possible? And I thought maybe I had made a mistake, or maybe the qadr, astaghfirullah, was written improperly. But I did my duty, and at the very moment that Allah had predicted it, because obviously Allah doesn't predict, He knows. When Allah knew that that person would be over there, He was there, and I took his soul. So the moral of the story is, be like the water. As Bruce Lee said, do not fight against nature, because nature will destroy you.